Rhonda, can you hear me? Hello?
Okay, can you hear me now?
Yes.
¿Qué pasó?
Okay.
Should I email Judith and Scott and see if they're still planning on joining?
Well, he told me earlier that he was going to be here, so I don't know.
He emailed me and said he would too. I don't know. Guess I'll give it a try and give him the link.
I know Judith said she would be. I seen a reply back from her,
Mm-hmm.
but I haven't heard from her since. I was going to say Mark was going to be late, but I see him online too.
Okay, I just emailed him.
Hey guys, that's just a list of different types of web design, like minimalist, flat, single page and stuff. I thought it kind of give everybody an idea of different styles. Scott said he'd be here in just a minute. I just called him.
Okay.
There you go, Alicia. I reposted it. Judas is the only one we're missing, guys, at this point.
Cool. Check, can you hear me?
Yep.
Yep.
Thanks.
Is everyone okay with the groups that Rhonda sent out earlier today?
Yeah, I am.
We lost Mark.
There he is.
Okay, so let's say that the groups are set, and then do we want to discuss what group does what style of design for the mock-up?
Yeah, I think that's a good idea.
Is Sean with us?
Who?
Mr. Piper?
No.
No, he's not going to be able to make it to this meeting today.
Okay. Well, Matt, I think we all been slammed down here. I was kind of hoping he'd be at this meeting because I'm concerned about the direction. If we're going to be using WordPress and e-commerce, I haven't had those classes yet, man. So my concern is...
Well, we have people in the group that have had experience with that, so if there is something that you're having trouble with, there's somebody in the group that will know or possibly have an answer to a question you might have, or if there's something you don't know how to do, we can maybe assign something that another developer was doing, and if they know how to do that task, you can just switch tasks. That way we're not wasting time in a sense.
Well, that's what my biggest concern is that since I haven't had those classes, you know, I am in this class, and I'm figuring that we should broaden the scope of the mock-ups to have a regular plain Jane website mock-up, and then a full-blown WordPress e-commerce website. Otherwise, you know, I just feel like I can't have any input. And we can switch the job
Well, you can
roles here.
still do HTML and all that kind of developing in WordPress. WordPress is just a CMS so that the end user, our client, can have access to his blogs and write blogs on his site a lot easier than other platforms out there. And are you concerned with like the back-end development or just the sense that you haven't worked with WordPress before?
Yeah, I haven't worked with WordPress. Now, if it's that easy, then why do we have to take a class in it? I mean, it's just...
Well, you take a class to learn the back end about it and all the hidden features that most people don't understand. WordPress is a very, very big animal, and it takes a long time to understand it, but it's very simple to get the very basic grasp of. It's kind of like a word editor almost, in a sense, when you're making a page or a post. So it's very simple to get the hang of. You can write in the pages or the post, whatever they're doing. You can write HTML code and script and all that in there. So it's just like almost your own text editor in the CMS.
Okay. All right.
And if there's something you're uncomfortable with, a lot of us have probably taken the WordPress class, and we can probably show you and get you a head start for those classes.
Okay, that'd be great. That'd be excellent. That was my biggest concern because I was just really concerned about what has taken place in the last 2 weeks since our last meeting, where Mr. Piper's come in and he just kind of shut everything down that we had discussed. And so I just know I want to know the direction we're really heading. I guess we're going to find that out in this meeting today, right?
Yeah, today we're really working on getting 3 different designs with the 3 groups, make a mock-up for the client based on a couple of templates that we've looked at, or themes, I'm sorry, that we've looked at, and then we're going to make a mock-up from those templates for the client. And I think each group they can pick the design they want to do, or we can have pick 3 designs as a group and then divide it up. It's really kind of whatever y'all feel most comfortable doing.
Okay, sounds great.
Well, I think me and Jennifer are looking, we're both more minimalistic views. So we're going to try to do a minimalistic one, Matt towards your modern one. We've been looking at themes all day today, trying to figure out what we like. And our views are about the same as far as minimalistic to modern.
Okay, so if so, it's just going to be you two, correct, in the group, and y'all want to do kind of a modern
Yeah.
style.
Minimalistic.
Yeah.
Okay. And Scott, I know you were talking about doing kind of just I don't know how to put it, kind of just a normal website that you would normally see, I guess, in a sense, is what you were directing toward.
Yeah, I'm talking about when I listened to the client speak when he was being interviewed of what he wanted, and like Mr. Piper said, he still doesn't know really what he wants. But I know that he does not want to see a lot of scrolling. So that's what I wanted to base some concepts around with lack of scrolling. That we do not
you
scroll.
want your group to kind of base your mock-up off of that idea, kind of just a standard website kind of layout, just a classic website, not a lot of scrolling?
Yeah, one landing page and that's it. But that's up to Judith and Mark. Judith's not here, and Mark is. And it's up to those two. I don't want to be a fly in the ointment, but I also don't want us to get all excited about ideas that we had 2 weeks ago, and then they all get slammed down.
Well, that's why I think we're making 3 different ones. I mean, your idea might not get picked, and that's just kind of how the real world.
Oh, that's fine. Oh, I don't have a problem with that. And that's up to Judith and Mark.
Well, Mark, how do you feel about that? Are you okay with that?
Just like a standard website. Are you saying you want just a landing page? Like, are you saying that you don't want separate pages? You just want like a single page layout? Like, I just want to make sure I understand.
No, one landing page, and then you go to single pages.
Okay.
He said he did not want a lot of scrolling, but I don't think he's gotten the ideas yet from us, so that's what we're discussing today. So.
Yeah, this is kind of like we're giving him a choice since he really doesn't know the direction he wants to go in. Here's 3 options. Which way do you want to go? We're kind of giving him an ultimatum like, this is what you get. Which way do we want to go? Because working with clients, they could waste 2 months of your time because they don't know what they want. And sometimes you have to force feed them so they know what they want.
And that's what I took from Piper's thing, was that maybe he doesn't understand what exactly he wants, and so we're going to kind of present him with these 3 totally different styles, and he may end up liking the one that scrolls, a more flat design. That may be what he ends up liking. So I just think this is kind of here's 3 totally different ones. Which one do you like out of these 3?
Cool, I got it. There we go. Okay, sounds great.
God,
Okay.
I put up a link. Kind of take a look at it. It'll kind of break down the different styles and different types of design for web design, like the flat design, the single page design, Illustrator design. It kind of gives you a breakdown of more what we're talking about. And also, my suggestion is we all need to actually put a slider in them. Make a mock-up, the same mock-up, put a slider in one and a slider not in the other one, because he said he didn't want a slider, but how do we know at the end that he might?
Right.
Did he know what a slider was?
He acted like he did, but...
Oh, okay. Yeah, thanks for the link there, Rhonda.
Okay, so we have Rhonda and Jennifer doing a minimalist style site, Scott and Mark doing your standard landing page with back pages on the back side of your links, and then my group's going to do a flat design, correct?
Yeah, sounds good.
Sounds great. And he wants these by Sunday, right?
No, Tuesday.
Next
Oh,
Tuesday.
that's right. Next Tuesday. That's right.
Yeah.
Also, Matt, you could be a basic go-between for all of us, because I know you and Mark have a lot of worldwide work experience, is what I'm trying to say, and y'all have dealt with clients more so than some of the rest of us have. So, we can really draw from what y'all are saying to us and understand more so than what we can get from Piper. Not that Piper talks over our heads, but sometimes he can confuse the snot out of people.
I agree.
And if y'all do have questions or anything like that, I'm here to help in any way. So if y'all are confused about anything or anything of that nature, just let me know.
Yeah, same.
You're going to take a blowtorch to your computer? Oops.
Did you get it then, Alicia? Okay, I'll email it to you just real quick.
Rhonda, maybe email it to all of us since Judith isn't here.
Okay, that works for me.
So, take it, Mark, you're still on here, but you've got your mic turned off. So, do you want to talk through the TSTC email?
What's that?
Oh, okay, yeah. Do you want to communicate this week through the TSTC email or classroom or what?
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, me, you, and Judith can just communicate through email. That'll work.
Right.
Is there anything else that we need to discuss? Maybe prepare ahead?
Oh, the one thing that Piper did mention in the meeting on Thursday, he said to be sure to go with 8-bit coloring over 16-bit or 32-bit, because it's going to give him the more flat design, flat kind of coloring he's wanting. He said to pay attention to that. I know it's kind of what I took away from it.
Well, 8-bit color is like super saturated, so it's not going to look flat. But you can make it flat if you just desaturate it a little bit with like Photoshop or something. But yeah, I do think that sticking with an 8-bit color range would work better for him. It's going to appear a little bit more retro, like what he wants.
I'm going to go 32.
You're fired.
I was looking at what Piper said. Who said that? Fine. Who said they're going to go 32?
I was just joking.
Oh, you meant that. Okay. Yeah, I was looking at what he was saying here.
Y'all can always meet through Google Hangout. You can talk back and forth through emails. I know we had a contact page up in our Google Drive, but not everybody's put their information on there, so everyone else can get a hold of them. But I know what mine's up there.
And Alicia's going to burn down the house.
The best thing I've kind of come across for color, maybe not 8-bit, but just kind of something to throw out there, like, y'all have all heard of Adobe Color, right?
Yeah, the COLUR.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, that's really one of the better places I go for looking for color and whatnot. They also have some different aspects to it. They have a kind of a flat scheme too that goes along with it. Just kind of an FYI. Anybody's interested.
Yeah, plus lynda.com's got a full lesson on how to use and adapt Adobe's color. I don't know. I don't remember who does it. I think it's Spencer, but I'm not sure.
Also, we need to think about. You also need to think about banners and logos because I know he wants to redo both of those. Those are some other things we need to start thinking about too. I know he likes that turtle font.
What we should do is try and work those aspects into the mock-up. Maybe they're not finalized, but we're already working towards a finished product. That way we'll kind of know, like, hey, I like this logo, but I like this layout. That way we kind of already have a head start, if anybody wants to do that.
That sounds good.
I do have some vector graphics. I can put it in the Google Drive. I also have the two different banner logos layout pictures and graphic designs for those. If y'all want to use any of those, I can upload them to Google Drive for y'all to look at.
Oh, more the merrier. Mr. Piper, if he wants to audit those, then that'd be great too. Yeah, I totally agree, Matt.
That's the thing with clients is they'll tell you they've done their research, they know what they want, they know what they're looking for, so don't try and fool them. But 9 times out of 10, they're full of crap. So show them something that you think looks good and that they might like based off what they tell you, because 9 times out of 10 they're going to love what you do more than what they see in their head.
Well, I mean, how far investigative have you done a profile on Eli? Because I look pretty, done some research on him. This is kind of like a hobby. Kind of built the profile around him on what he's done so far. Now, in the last 2 weeks, he has released 3 new drawings, and he's getting ready for this convention at the end of August. So, but he really hasn't discussed this convention that he's going to be a part of. And if he doesn't sell everything at the convention, he was telling one of his Facebook fans that he'll bring them back home and try to sell them online.
Yeah, and that's the whole point of this project is we're making an online store, which will make selling those aspects a lot easier than having to, go to conferences and whatnot.
Yeah, and he's got a pretty good following on his Facebook, and so but he does discuss his intentions with his Facebook fans. So,
yeah,
but,
and hopefully we can get that traffic from Facebook over to his site somehow. And I think with the integrated blog and WordPress, and we can share that on Facebook and get his social media going, I think we can really drive traffic to the site from social media.
Excellent. That would be great. I want to learn how to do that. Who wants to answer Alicia's question?
I think we all turn in a mock-up, but I think Rhonda and I will turn in the same one. Each group will turn in the same one.
Yeah, I think it'll
do
be
it.
based off the group, but I'll ask Sean about it, or if he says something earlier in the week. But I bet it'll be just one design per group.
Yeah, it's just one per group. I talked to him about it last night.
Cool.
Oh, okay, cool.
You just have to have the documentation of who did what.
Yeah.
So he can break it down to for each of us. So do y'all have any suggested colors that we should stick with or kind of stay away from?
I found an 8-bit color theme the other day. I'll see if I can find it and I'll post a link to it in the chat. But like what Matt said, like the Adobe Color system is really good too, like for getting good ideas.
Are we going to doctor up his photographs he's got on Facebook? I mean, are we going to like give him borders or cut out the empty space, or are we just going to leave him alone?
I'm not sure on that at the moment. I think our direction right now is more towards finishing his site.
Okay.
Is there any other questions before, I guess we could probably call it.
Thanks, Mark, for the link.
Yeah, no problem. It's the teletext color scheme.
When's our next meeting?
Does anybody have a problem meeting like Thursday to see how we're doing on the mock-ups, or do y'all want to wait a little longer?
We have to have these turned in next Tuesday, so we need to meet sometime later in the week just to kind of see where we're all at, I would think.
And see if we can get Mr. Piper to join us.
So Thursday at 6 work for everybody, or 6:30?
I'll be out of town, but I'll just take everything with me, and I'll make time to be able to do it.
That's a team effort we need right there.
I'm taking.
So Matt, one quick question about your background. Okay, are you currently working as an intern, or are you currently working as a website?
I'm a web developer for Texas Farm Bureau.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
I've been there for 5 months. I worked before that at a marketing company in Waco called 360 Solutions.
Yeah, I've heard of it. Yeah.
And I was their director of web development there.
Gotcha.
Matt, isn't 360 one of our
They used to be. Matt Silva used to be contact with TSCC, but he has left and started his own company called 4 Columns, I believe, and they kind of do marketing and whatnot. But 360 is they really don't have a present with TSCC anymore.
so they're not 360's not doing any internships this next semester or anything.
No, not to my knowledge.
anybody else have a professional job right now in this web design development?
I do.
Mark, oh, okay. What's your background?
I've been working at a company called Carrington in Frisco as a web designer developer since January.
Excellent.
All right, everybody good? Everybody comfortable with what we need to get accomplished?
Sure am.
I think so.
Alright. I'm good here.
Me too.
All right, well, everybody have a great night, and we'll meet back up on Thursday.
Sounds
Okay.
great.
Sounds great.
Bye.
Bye.